Maccabees TV. I'm here with my brother Joel Benjamin. Back again. Shalom, brother. How you been?
Shalom. Been great.
All praise to the Most High.
Long while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Spaniala.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to have you back, bro. I know you're about to come back with a couple of segments, man. We got a segment coming up on skincare in the future. But tell the family what you wanted to talk to them about today really quickly.
Well, basically, I've been on my fast trying to do 40 days. I don't know if I'm going to get to 40 days. But, you know, just certain stuff you could take on your fast and even after you break your fast, or just to take in general. Because, you know, just to get people health up, you know, people want to work out, they want to lose the weight. That's a problem for people. So we're just going to get into those few things. And of course, if you have any question, just stop me in the midst of the questions and we flow that way. All right?
Well, if you don't mind me asking real quick, Brother Joel, before you go to your first product, real quick. Yeah. So the question I wanted to ask you said you was on a fast. So why don't you tell the people a little bit about the fast you did before you tell us about how we should break it? Was there any particular fast that you did?
Actually, I'm on the fast right now.
Ah.
Started September 1st. Today is September 8th. So basically, drinking everybody knows I sell the alkaline ionized water. I also sell the machines for people who needs it. Drinking that, juice, different type of stuff, powders you could take, you know, health powders to sustain the body, because one of the things is people fast and they have to go to work. You know, you don't just stop because unless you're taking a vacation day for how long to do your fast. So basically the stuff you could take to fuel yourself while you're working, where it still is considered that you're fasting, because you're really taking liquid. Some people might say, well, you're doing a liquid fast, whatever. It's still a fast, you know? Any other question on that? All right. So of course, as always, the calcium bentonite clay. This is a must. We already talked about it on 2 others already. People be like, you act like it's the begin all end all. No, but damn sure does what I say it does. It keeps you healthy, do whatever that needs to be done in your system, cleanse you out properly. Because one of the things when you're on a fast, you have to remember, you're fasting spiritually, physically, okay? And then of course, mentally. Now, let's break it down. Spiritually, you're saying your prayers, everything you're doing while you're fasting. Some people want to obtain a certain goal, like one of the examples I gave, somebody scam you out your money. You want your money, and it's always a hassle going through with them. Fast on it. Some people might feel like they're under spiritual attack. Fast on it. You understand? And of course, you say your prayers, your psalms, whatever other prayer that you say, and that will help build you up. Now, the physical. Some people just too damn fat. These damn y'all, you know, they need to lose that weight. Period. Now, I lost a lot of weight since I've been doing this fast, and it's only been 8 days. So, some people need to fast to lose the weight and to help with their insides, because a lot of people have parasites, certain viruses. People is just ill, you know. So certain things they gotta take, and then mentally, it'll help you focus. You could see what's going on. You're more in tune, and not only that. For some reason, I put a video up on my Instagram, and people was just laughing at me. Once I've been fasting, I noticed my 5 senses is very high. Like my sense of smell is like off the charts right now. And then I'm riding the train with stinky people, so it's like, you know. And I say my 6th sense because with the 6th sense now, you got your 5 senses, you got that one that they call the 6th sense. When you're fasting, certain things you're gonna start seeing. Certain people see certain things, and what I mean by certain things, spiritual things. Some people is under spiritual attack, and they don't know where it's coming from, why this type of stuff is going on. And when they do that now, they're like, yo, I seen this. seen this over here, or I went to sleep and I had a dream. And when I had the dream, I see somebody buried, underwear's there. This is stuff people say. You understand? Because they're fasting, they're praying, so different stuff is coming to them. So that sixth sense is waking up. Your sight, your touch, your smell, everything, it goes on high. Your taste is like extreme. You never know how good water tastes until you fast, especially when you get good water. And then when you break the fast, if you can't do the 40 days, that's no problem. You know, you do however long you could do. But of course your goal would be like around to do it for 40 days. It's up to you. Everybody's different. I don't want people passing out and be like, you said no. If you know you can only do 2 days, then you do 2 days. But these are just some of the things that you could take to help you with the fast. All right? So remember I said there's certain places, temples in Egypt, that you couldn't enter unless you had this in the system, the calcium betadine clay. And the calcium betadine clay is an overall cleanser. It detoxifies, but not just detoxify, pulling stuff out your body, but it also put the good minerals in your body that you need. I have a lot of minerals in that. Now the interesting part about it is the company got bought over, and if I'm not mistaken, it got bought over by a California company. Not knowing with the volcanic ash, they have to say, and I believe it's a trick to keep people away. They have to say that, it may have cancer-causing agents, and they make sure they make it clear. Let me see if I find it here, that it only applies for California. Every other state is no problem, and California have very, very strict rules. Yeah, it's on here. They tell you don't give to children, all that now. Before, that didn't used to be. You got people in Africa that take this while they're pregnant. They had interviews with them on 2020 where you have white women starting to do it because they're having too much complications through childbirth. So they're taking that and they notice no more complications, the pregnancy straight through is going good. So these are things that we have to know and pay attention to and what's going on. There are a lot of things that's good for your health. They're being bought up by other companies, and because the other companies can't crush it completely, what they'll do is throw a monkey wrench in the game, which is like a visual deterrent. Because when you read something like that, you're like, I know to stay away. It's very tricky what they do, but that's why you're watching this so you can stay ahead of the game. The next good thing for people. So the other thing we have is cat's claw. Cat's claw will help you for those viruses again, boost your immune system. And these are pills, you can take it on a regular. What I've noticed is this summer, a lot of people have been getting sick. A lot of people have been getting sick. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I did more research. I got to find out it's more dealing with the chemtrails, and it just got so much stuff going on. You know, I don't want to sound too spooky because, you know, they call me MC Spookism. I don't want to get all spooky with it, but you have spiritual aspects of things what's going on too. It works hand in hand. These people that's putting stuff in the food to make you sick and whatnot, you gotta remember, a lot of them are Satan worshipers. They ain't worshiping Satan for nothing, and they're poisoning your food. Like, all this have a frequency from the music and everything else you do. So let's move on. Now, for all those people, you know, that grew up West Indian style, you got the castor oil, and your moms give you some people didn't have the benefits of pills. They had to take it in a spoon. Some people vomit or whatnot, but you ain't ever get sick. You ain't ever get sick. So I ain't even going to go too far into this. That alone should tell you. One pill a day or a spoonful of this a day. And from people that I know that grew up taking this in America, the West Indies, European countries, they all said the same thing. They wasn't ever sick when they were young. Okay, Pudu Akra. I gotta mention this right here. I don't know if I mentioned it in one video before, but if I didn't, I'm gonna get into it now. For those people who have AIDS, HIV, everybody know Dr. Sebi recently died. All right? Some people say he was killed. And then you have a whole bunch of other health care people that's about over 30 that's dying back to back. All right? We already know it's an assassination. Everybody says it, but let's not get into that conspiracy part. So people say, oh, his stuff is dead. Oh, this business is compromised. What would we do if people is ill and whatnot? I'm showing people one right now that I know for a fact is good against HIV, AIDS, and herpes. Puro Acro. P-A-U-D, then Acro. A-R-C-O. And, you know, people say Puro Acro, Puro Acro. You know, they pronounce it all different type of ways, but I just gave you the spelling. I showed Daniela having a good view of that because it is a little bit tricky when you go look it up. All right. So now, grapeseed extract. You see, it says here free radical protection. This stuff is a powerhouse. When I say a powerhouse, I mean stomp out any free radicals in your body. I never know grapeseed extract was so good until, and I found out about this years ago. And every time I stop taking it, I see a difference in my body. And once I start taking it, I notice I got that energy. For some reason, it makes you so alert. So alert. So obviously it's killing the free radicals that's in the brain and all that good stuff. This stuff is great. The grapeseed extract. And don't forget the Romans, the Egyptians, everybody, grapes. At one point, grapes was only for the emperor. That's like China, that's like in so many different cultures. And of course they make wine, and then you wonder, like, when you see certain movies, or forget the movies, let's talk about actual depictions of them, the drawings, you know, paintings, carvings. They have a certain look to them, and they had people that was getting plagued with viruses left and right, and for some reason they weren't being plagued with it. Even the people that they, and you can't say, oh, because they were far away in some castle somewhere, so they're away from the people, because even the people that were in their castle, in the empire, was getting sick from the same thing, but they weren't. A lot of them weren't. And I'm talking about when you see and learn about, they always drinking wine, grape wine, you understand? They're always on that diet where they're eating grapes all the time. We all see, like, all this is for a reason, you know, but people overlook that. Now, you know, it wouldn't be Joel Benjamin if I ain't talking about something for the sex drive. You know, I don't even think I would have proper West Indian background if I ain't talking about something for the sex drive.
I know, that's right.
So this is moringa seeds. Let's get a good look at that in there. You just crack the outside, and you chew like one or two. It got a bittersweet taste. This stuff will raise your sex drive on high. All right, but it also have other attributes too. But for some reason, the moringa seeds is best for raising the sex drive. You know, a lot of people overlook the seeds. A lot of people don't even know the seeds exist.
It must be a top seller. It's the last one up on the shelf.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah.
It's the last one. When we sell a lot of this.
Yeah.
The moringa seeds, we sell a lot of it. Anything that's basically for the sex drive, I'm telling you right now, we sell a lot of, because people use it and they see. You know, they say show and prove. Okay, next thing for good for the sex drive, and let me make this clear, because every time somebody see a video with me, they're like, oh, I didn't know I could get this at your shop, this and that. That's the whole purpose I'm showing you this stuff. We have it here at Nicholas, 570 Fulton Street. You could call or you could go online, nicholasbrooklyn.com. All right, and we're gonna give the number out later for the people so they can know you can order it here at Nicholas Brooklyn. All right, you have astrologers.
I think you should also let them know, Joel, that you also ship out as well. You do wholesale,
we
all that
ship
stuff.
out. Like I said, that's a whole point for them to going online or calling, because we ship the packages to you. We don't care what part of the world you are, we'll ship it. We got people from all over that we ship to. Japan, believe it or not. It have Asian people that see Maccabees TV, believe it or not. You got Asian people that are into this type of stuff, and they will order, especially when you give a good breakdown of it. Don't matter what media platform it's on. You never know who's watching. Okay? So you have the astragalus extract, and you just got the regular astragalus. 500 milligrams, 500 milligrams. One is 100 capsules, the other one is 90 capsules. The bomb. Now, when you take an astragalus, let me make sure I put this warning out there. You're gonna notice you start sweating a lot because it works as a cleanser as well. It's not just alone. Not always remember, when you hear me talk about something that's good for the sex drive, don't only think that it's only good for the sex drive. It's good for other things too. So you're gonna notice you start sweating a lot with the astragalus. That's because it's cleansing you out, and it also, how you say, baby making, great for that, because you produce more sperm, and it enhances the female egg. So once you have that connection, boom, baby making time. For all those people that's having trouble making a baby, you know, no excuse. Calcium bentonite clay is also good for that, because a lot of times it might be the woman, she have built up yeast in her system, so she drink that, it detoxify, it cleanse out. And then sometimes the men, their sperm is all messed up because they keep the cell phone on their hips and their pockets, or they're using damn microwaves, smoking weed all the time. Now people be like, oh, weed not bad for you, brother. Really, weed ain't supposed to be smoked. I don't want to go in too deep into that, but you're putting smoke in your system. So that smoke is going in your bloodstream. And it's really not good for you in that aspect. And I got people every once in a while they want to smoke, but I'm talking about them chain smokers. Always smoking weed, always smoking cigarettes. You gotta go easy on it. Alright? Because after a while, it will mess your sperm cells up. Now, next thing, where we at? I want to keep it on the sex drive. Let me see here. GABA. I don't think I spoke about this before, or if I spoke about it, I didn't have it here at the time. So, because this sells out so fast, that's why we buy a lot of it. This is good for autism because it helps the neurotransmitters in the brain. It's good for helping you get a peaceful rest. It helps you for calming you down. And overall, GABA is a powerhouse. GABA. It's the pure GABA powder. It will do the trick. If you have problems studying, for them people that's in college, this will help. But the next thing that this do, and when I first started taking it, I started taking it for the brain. You know, like, yo, you know what, I'm researching, I got so much stuff I gotta do, I hear how good this stuff is, let me start taking it. Well, you tell me do that. Sex drive was already on high, it went even higher. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like damn, I'm trying to study and I'm thinking of doing something else. That's because of the GABA. And like I said, it helps the neurotransmitters in the brain. It does all what it have to do. So, people, you ain't got to take my word for it. Look it up, and you'll see so yourself. GABA is a powerhouse. Now, of course, red clover to get your health right. Again, boost your immune system. Red clover. Because like I said, if I see people getting so sick like this in the summertime, wintertime come around, it's going to be a rough winter. I'm telling y'all that right now. My next thing, cordyceps. It's a mushroom. This is very good for men. It's good for women too, for the sex drive. But for men, it's just extra. It's just extra. Cordyceps. And again, if you're not planning on having no children, using stuff like this, you see, it's certain stuff that's good for the sex drive, and there's stuff that's good for the sex drives and making babies. This is one of them. So I'm telling you now, people, I always got people that think I'm joking until it happened to them. If you know you ain't planning on having no babies, OP's gonna pause. All right? All right. Now, let's shift gears. You can pause. Of course, we got the MSM and the pharmaceutical grade vitamin C. These two is a must-have in your diet. Period. Overall health. This also, MSM help with autism. This vitamin C helps with that as well. Both of them come together, it's a powerhouse. Great for the skin, boost your immune system, also good for your sex drive as well. These two combined together. The MSM powder is high levels of sulfur. So you know, people that always got a knee pain, back pain, neck pain, you start taking this, you'll see a difference. Also with the vitamin C. You got some people that balding, or they go through so much different attributes in their life when it comes to skin problems, all right, or hair problems. MSM vitamin C, all right? So I don't want to hear people go up, oh, I didn't know, brother. Nobody ever told me. I'm finding out about this late. Well, you know about it now, all right? So let's shift gears. Pause. Yeah, ready. Okay, the next item we have here, freebie or free keep, however you want to pronounce it. This stuff is great, especially for women. They say men could use it too, but I don't really advise men use this. I'm more advised women use this. Women that have problems having a baby, this right here. Your breast is sagging, your breast is dropping, this right here. This is gonna do what it do. All right? See, I have my brother here. Always, we gotta promote the book.
That's right.
This is gonna be sold here at Nicholas Brooklyn too. So let people know.
Yeah.
Shout out your congregation too, brother. Yeah, talk about your class real quick. You on the camera?
Peace, peace. We went out there and praise to the Creator,
Give me my book, man.
the Most High, the Creator, Maker of heaven and earth. On a human level, giving a shout out to Do Benevolence, to Prince of Poor. I am the Hebrew teacher at Shema Yisrael. My name is Yeshaya ben Yisrael of the tribe of Dan of the nation of Yisrael. And just here at Nicholas Bookstore with my brother Joel Benyamin, so that way we can get some business done, keeping it in among us. Shout out to Maccabees TV. Shout out to the Brothers in the Lines of Israel, AOC. I apologize I couldn't make it to the cookout. I had to do some old OT at the gig. So that's what it was with that. But how's everybody? Hope y'all good. We're going to talk. Thank you for the time.
No problem.
And we shall speak.
And like I said, the books are going to be sold here at Nicholas too. And as you mentioned AOC, how could I forget? I got my AOC shirt on.
That's right.
So, all right, like I said, the fungi, it does what it does. And that's it. Ladies, don't sleep on that fungi. Don't sleep on it. Now, let's shift some more gears. Let's go this way right here. We have the Royal Jelly. I only got like 2 on the shelf right now. We re-upping this week. Again, you going on a fast. It got some people, they lose energy. Some people diabetic. Some people just, they can't go on a fast without having something to boost up their level because they feel very drained. The Royal Jelly in honey will help you. This stuff is a pie. This is also great for the immune system too. Now, I won't say this is really good for the sex drive. What I really would say is it's good for stamina when you're having sex. That one I know for a fact. Now, if I tell you I know for a fact, I mean I know for a fact. This will help you with your stamina. All right? So as I always say, men, go easy on the wife. All right? Because you start taking this on the regular, royal jelly and honey, oh man. And it's good for the immune system and everything. And that's a secret that a lot of athletes use. A lot of them don't talk about that. There's a few secrets that athletes use, bodybuilders, people who work out constantly especially. That is the royal jelly and tribulus. That is like, and they keep that stuff a secret. Next one, the pounchavine, which is called tribulus. Okay? Tribulus. I hope I'm saying that right. The next thing, I don't know if I spoke about this before. I don't want to repeat myself, but
You did not.
okay.
No.
Noonie.
Yeah, man.
Now, I know Priest Dan, y'all know about the noonie. Especially if you're from the West Indies, you should know about noonie. It stinks. I tell people now, give them the warning now. It stinks. Noonie stinks. But it's great for the sex drive. And let me be clear. A lot of the stuff you see, I'll show you, which this is also a next thing that's good for against cancer, HIV, and AIDS. All right? My spiritual father in Trinidad, he used this and helped people really cure them. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. And I was a little bit skeptical of using the one from now because I'm gonna tell you some of the ingredients in it. It got apple juice concentrate, raspberry puree, the citric acid, that's like the vitamin C, you know, keep it as a preserver, and organic raspberry flavor. So I'm like, this stuff is gonna be watered down garbage. And quite frankly, I'm not selling it in my shop. Cause it's not like the whole real deal straight noonie. Man, who tell me say that? I went home, I opened it up, of course, it was stinking out the bottle. I took a drink, and if anybody took noonie, they know you just need like a little cap a day. Some people drink a little bit more, but if anybody know about noonie, you need a little bit, just a little bit a day. I call myself taking this whole cap, actually more than that. I took about 2 caps, and I take it, and you know, I just guzzle it down. You know, when you drink alcohol and you get and it burn your chest,
Yeah.
that sucker went down. I never thought this one by now would have been so strong, because I taste other noonie drinks before and they water it down. You know, I have to actually go Trinidad and Tobago to get the real deal noonie. This sucker by far, I couldn't even taste the other stuff they talking about was in there. I was just tasting straight up noonie, and I'm like, damn, this stuff is real deal. So this is good for your sex drive, good to boost up your health. I have a brother, his grandmother was very ill. He came, he got the noonie, combined it with the goji berries, which is good for people that's working around a lot of radiation. So it separates the cells from clumping up together, which makes you sick, make you tired, causing the free radicals. This goji help as well. This also helps with it too, but this one right here specifically works faster on that aspect for that specific problem. Now the goji got energy. He used the noonie, he used the goji, and he used the mango steam. Like I said, this is very powerful for losing weight and building muscle mass, the mango steam. Now, again, by now products. And when you see the mango steam, they got organic black cherries, which is good. It's to help you sleep. See, they mix the mango steam with other stuff. So, of course, you know, this even got goji berry juice in it. So, and it got the cranberry juice. So I was very skeptical in getting it here because I'm like, yo, it's not like the full out real deal thing. Again, I was wrong. I took it and I'm like, damn. So people be like, oh, why you deal with now products? You swear by it. You making money off of them. You sell for them. I should. But I'm going to go with what's I know work. You understand?
Of course.
Daniela?
That's right.
I'm gonna go with what I know works. And I've been to the facility. Me and my wife went to the facility in Chicago. They flew us out there for free. Said, yo, come check out the facility. And I was like, yo, no, when it comes to the vitamins, the products, nobody does it like them. And come to find out, I hear people with a secret. Now Products ain't even the parent company. Thought it was the parent company. They're like the sister company. They have a next company that deal with vitamins that you're not finding in New York, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, none of that. You're not gonna find it. And it is top of the line. You have the quote unquote elite people that use it. Now Products, I told people, like ever since people saw me on Maccabees TV and other different platforms and I talk about this type of stuff, they say, yo, brother, you was right. I went into Whole Foods, couldn't find it. I had to go to 4 other Whole Foods before I get to see that they got Now Products, and they still ain't have the rare stuff like what you say. So be mindful of that. This product is very, very, very top of the line. Now you have the acai berry. The acai berry is great. Does everything the goji, the noni do as well. And it's a purple fruit. This stuff is good. Again, something else that was mixed down now. Acai berry, a lot of men like to take acai berry for the sex drive and to work out. So of course, if you're taking something for your sex drive, you work out, it'll be good for you. Martial artists, martial arts, people that's into that type of stuff, they take it too. Some people that don't know about it, take it and start doing martial arts. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you think I'm jiving you, start taking acai berry. Because when you learn the history of acai berry, the people in that regions was using it, they weren't able to conquer those people easily. Because they would do everything with it. Make a wine out of it, cook, juice, make jam. Acai berry is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful stuff. All right. Now, I know I didn't talk about this before. L-glutamine. Powerhouse. You combine this with the L-arginine. Go back, watch the other video where I spoke about the L-arginine. You combine the L-glutamine with the L-arginine. You see people who have problems with scar tissue, healing, acne, free form, L-glutamine does the trick. I don't even want to go too deep into it, but I am. This is also great for the brain. People sleep on L-glutamine. Some people, when they take it, when they first take it, they notice they get goosebumps all over. That's how powerful it is, because it starts pushing out toxins immediately out your system. Go through the bloodstream, do what it has to do. L-glutamine is a powerhouse, especially if you mix it with the L-arginine. Now for them people that's on a little vegan kick, all right, just have all the greens up in there, the protein, the fiber. This is called True Food Vegan, all right. Some people like to use this with their fast. You know, they take it, put it in water, shake it up, drink. All right, let's switch gears. The next thing, you know, people will be like, well, damn, brother, what could I cook and eat? Okay, you got the quinoa macaroni. See, so there's no excuse. You got the quinoa and rice elbow pasta. You can make macaroni and cheese with it. If anybody know and been to the event when we cook and make food, and they taste, my wife who specializes in the vegan mac and cheese, that's what we use. And people be like, oh gosh, damn, it tastes so good. I'm
gonna have to invite me over next time she make it. I never had it.
You never had it yet?
Never had your wife speaking.
Because when we had it, you was doing, you had to do your lecture, so you ain't get to partake in the food. All right, no problem. We're gonna make sure we do that. So that is very, 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 very good. I can't stress how great quinoa is for the body. I don't know why even people sleep on it so much. Even after they hear about it, I guess they're so conditioned in using the rice, white rice at that alone. But the quinoa, I'm talking about like even after you on a fast and you're going to break your fast, it is something great to have in your system. The quinoa, you give it to your children, everything. This stuff is great. So now I'm going to show you a few tonics you could use, because the reason why I'm showing people all these different things is everybody's different. You got some people that don't like taking pills. You got some people that want to take tonics. You understand what I'm saying? You got some people they just rather eat. They don't want to fast. So what can I eat, brother, to still stay in health? So I'm just showing you different things so you can understand. This don't mean you gotta get all this stuff and use all of them. No, it's not that type of party. You just have to know whichever formula is right for you. African Man Back Tonic. I think the name speaks for itself. All right, I'm just gonna go through a little bit of the ingredients in here. Let me see. First ingredient, strong back root. Now, most people from Jamaica will know it by that name, and even people in Trinidad as well. That alone, I'm telling you, it's in the West Indies we say strengthen your back. That's for when you go in and have sex, you're lasting long. Stamina, Mrs. Stamina. This right here will do the trick. All right, just that one herb. I ain't even got to tell you the rest of the stuff in it. Just the strong back root alone does the trick. Now mind you, this is a tonic and it's cleansing you as well. Then we have the alligator pepper. All right, that's no joke. Of course, it wouldn't be West Indian if it didn't have ginger in it. You know, people also sleep on ginger. They don't know how great ginger is. Ginger is superb. When all else fails, get you some ginger, some good ginger, that strong ginger. It's great for sickness, the sex drive. Now people might be like, really, truly, brother, ginger for the sex drive? But they only say that because of how hot it is when you take it. But I'm telling you, ginger is a powerhouse. All right, this is the next tonic from Sundial? Yeah, from Sundial. Don't even get me to pronouncing the name. I'll just spell it out for you. Koromantee.
Coromantee.
However y'all pronounce it.
Yeah.
So you got brother Danyala and Kashoot the Danite. They say it for you. This right here, it got a bitter taste to it, but it's good for cleaning the blood. For people who need a proper blood cleanser and help them out, this will do the trick. Don't sleep on this. I'll tell y'all right now, don't sleep on this. This stuff, like I said, even help people that's anemic. This stuff works. Now, for people who need help with weight loss, again, I'm showing y'all tonics. All right, this is suppress the appetite. Let me see the herbs that's in here. Bitter bark. All right, if anybody know about bitter bark, it's the reason why they call it bitter bark. And if you took bitter bark before, you'll notice after tasting that, you're not gonna feel like eating. It's a certain neurotransmitter that the bitterness helps release in the brain that stunts the appetite. Okay? Cheney root, that's also good for the sex drive. Now you notice the stuff that I'm showing you is good for cleansing and all that, but it has stuff that's great for the sex drive because it's all about circulation. So don't think that the stuff is just that you will be taking. You're taking one thing for the sex drive and that's all it does. don't think on that level. It have other attributes as well. Of course, it's got cloves, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, and the pimento, sweet basil, all right? White jointa. All this stuff is good for cleansing your system and suppressing the appetite. So this right here is a great one as well. Don't sleep on this. The Ashanti, make sure I pronounce it right, yeah. Ashanti, that's very good. So I made sure I showed you the tonics for those people who are into the tonics. Cause I don't know, you know, it's weird. I never even knew people like that existed. They can't swallow pills. Don't give them nothing in the pill form. They don't, and then you got the people, they don't want nothing that's powder form. They gotta shake up and drink. They want a tonic. Then you got people, give them a tonic, they gonna vomit. All right? You got people, you give them a tonic, they gonna vomit. You've got to give it to them in pill forms. So I'm making sure I touch on every aspect of the people's for whatever your preference is. Now, we're gonna get into a little few things for spirituality, because remember I said you're doing your fast, even after you come off from your fast. Like I have a video on Instagram, Joel Benjamin 528 on Instagram, Facebook, Joel Benjamin, and I have Twitter, Joel Benjamin 528, and Tumblr, Joel Benjamin 528. And I made sure I put this stuff on there where I'm, you know, smoking out the vehicle. A lot of people don't smoke out their place, Priest Daniela. And I sure, being that Daniela is a priest, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you have the Levites, you even have the Benjamites. They're famous for that. And of course the Levitical priests, the Levites, the Haitians, you understand? They know about this stuff. What I notice is people is not cleansing out their home and their personal vehicle. They'll cleanse their system, their body all day. They walk around all buff, you know what I'm saying? For some women, they walk around nice shape or whatnot, they taking care of their body, but they're not taking care of their personal space. So I'm just gonna show you a few things, a few oils that will deal with that. So without further ado.
1, 2, 3.
Now here, we got my brother. He really don't need no introduction, but I'm gonna let you tell him, I'm gonna let him tell you about himself. He's here, he does the classes every Thursday night at Nicholas Brooklyn, the martial arts. As we doing the interview, you see we take people around, this brother's here, he's about to start the class. So tell him about your name and everything about yourself, brother.
Thanks again. Just want to say that my name is Sensei Barry Hammonds. I teach every Thursday from 7 to 9. We do boxing, a little Shotokan, a little Tai Chi, and it's also physical fit, but it also deals with nutrition as well. We also cover every Thursday night from 7 to 9. Also, we also have a live performance coming up on the 24th of this month with the group that I sang with called Finishing Touch at the casino in Queens. That's on the 24th at 9 p.m. But we definitely want y'all to come out, support Nicholas. I'm supporting not only just teaching, but I'm also buying a lot of my herbs and stuff and get books here. I'm picked up 2 books already since I've been here. I'm getting some herb stuff. I'm listening at him give you the details on the value of all the nutritional value of the trace minerals that your body is missing for athletes as well as non-athletes. But both of these things will help you out. Remember, this is one thing if you don't remember anything else. If you can't protect it, it's not yours.
That's
Beautiful.
right.
Brother, before you go, tell the people where they can reach you at. If you have a phone number, do you have an Instagram,
Okay, yes.
Facebook?
You can reach me directly, 646-258-3945. We also have classes in Harlem at New Breed Life Arts under the direction of Grandmaster Lamar Thornton. 233, that's West 135th Street. But if you want to reach me directly, my number again, 646-258-3945. And every Thursday from 7 to 9 here at Nicholas Bookstore, you can catch me here and take a class.
Awesome.
And real quick, before he go, I want to make sure I state this. This brother is bad in what he do. Don't watch him and just get it twisted. If you see the brother physique, he come here, he buy the herb, so he don't just talk it, he live it, okay? And this brother you watching right here, he left out a part and where a lot of people stray from. He will work you out. He will work you out. Don't think you just gonna come here and do some flips, do some kicks, and some hey-ya. Nah, you gonna get on that ground. You gonna do this much push-ups. Like, yo, so for anybody that need a personal trainer, because he does that too. You know, a lot of people don't see it as that. They go spend so much money at a gym. You could just go to this brother. Not only he's going to train you the techniques, but he is going to work you out. Because people like to just deal with the techniques and don't want to work out. And that's what I love about this brother right here. Other places you go, they show you a few techniques, take your damn money. No, you're going to work with him as well. So that's why we made sure we have him here. I've been talking to the brother for a while. It took a little long getting up on it, you understand? But he came through. We made sure we got it done. All right?
All praise. Beautiful, brother. I think, if I may say real quick before you go, I think I'm going to come in one Thursday night, if you don't mind.
Please.
And I would like to maybe film, you know, a little bit of your class to show people. You know what I'm saying? That might generate some interest in people coming here that's in the New York area, because it's a beautiful thing. All
Because
praise.
this is not, you know, this type of stuff is not really readily available. The brother, what I liked about him, he was very convenient. He had a lot of stuff to do, but he's like, you know what? I'll clear the schedule. I'll fit this in, because this is something for the community. And people, bring your children. You know, everybody dealing with the discipline. You have the spiritual discipline, but you have to have that physical discipline as well. Bring the children. If you know you too tired and quite frankly your ass just lazy, all right, bring your children. He teaches the children as well. You have 2 children that's about to take the class in a few.
Nice.
So, you know, bring your children. People bring their children, they get the work done. It will teach them that discipline. We have to know that discipline. Like I said, you have the spiritual discipline, but you have to have the physical discipline as well. He'll also teach you, well, okay, this is the time to fight, this is not the time to fight. All right? And there's not enough stuff like this on a regular basis.
That's right. All praise. Beautiful. Thank you so much, brother. I'll see you soon, man.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Stephen.
All right. So people, you got it from Sensei Barry, no joke. That guy, seriously, is no joke. Now the next thing, I gotta show people this cookbook. You know, Jamaican cookery. Got the recipes for those dudes, you know, wife can't cook, whatever it is. Let her open a cookbook. Let her get the stuff done. You get what I'm saying? We got it here. It shows you how to prepare the yam. It got one thing in here that, you know, I don't condone. You know, the pork up in here. But you know, you go to the candy yams, all different types of jerk chicken. Of course, they got the seafood. They show you how to make coconut shrimp. Bypass that page, you know. Bypass that page, you know. But here's one, red snapper. All right, for those who like red snapper, but they never know how to prepare it. Yo, y'all should see Kashu's face. It's like he's like, oh yeah, that's good. Yo, the dude is like just talking about it right now. And anybody that know about these type of stuff, this stuff is good. All right, so I just had to laugh because as I'm starting running it down, I'm fast and I'm getting hungry talking about the red snapper and all that up in there. So all right, as promised, let's shift gears real quick. You got to pause. Okay, people, don't let nobody call you no Obia man, science man, voodoo man, because they see you smoking out your home, your business, or your vehicle. Because I'll tell you, you have the Moabites, the Ammonites, all them other class of people are doing this type of stuff. You understand? You got the Hindus, all these Asians, everybody else is doing it. And we are the ones that's been known for doing this. So basically, you have the incense burner, you put the charcoal in, okay? The charcoal in, light, put it in there. You have your patchouli, rock incense. You have the lavender, which is also great to help you sleep. You have the 7 African Power Rock incense. You have the Jerusalem. Okay. You have the 3 Kings. You got Kapal. You got Jamaican blend. If you could see here, is different herbs and rock incense combined. One of my favorites, Lion of Judah, rock incense. And I ain't gonna lie, one of my best favorites, money incense, rock incense. All right. Of course, you got the sandalwood, and last but not ever least, frank and myrrh. You ain't getting more biblical than that. All right. So you basically put the charcoal in there, light it over the stove, light or whatever, blow it, make sure that flame catch it good. It'll turn red. Put the coal in here. After you do that, you put whichever rock incense of your choice in there. All right, we got the cherry one, we got the love one, we have all kinds. We even got the regular myrrh or just the regular frank incense. Like you see this one, this is regular frank incense right here. Then you have the one that's just plain myrrh. Okay, so anyway, you put it in there. You smoke out all inside the car, the outside of the car. You go through your business with it. You just doing like this. The smoke will create. And that's it. You're cleansing the air. You're cleansing your space. Especially good for if you're fasting, because your spiritual energy rises when you're fasting. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. The guy name, I just remember his last name. I believe his last name is Napoleon.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yo,
Napoleon, yep.
my wife had bought me the audio book, if I'm not mistaken, for my birthday. And she was like, you know, being that like how you do business and everything, she said, I know you'll love this. And all that did is confirm a lot of stuff for me, which I was already doing. But I found it very interesting that guy fast. He said out of everything he told you, one of the main important things is fasting. And I'm just sticking with Israel right now. People of Israel, we tend to shy away from that. We know about the spiritual stuff, but even our people themselves will be like, that's spookism, or that's voodoo, that's wickedness, that's of the devil, brother. You know, and it's like, yo, it's in the Bible. What are you talking about? It's in the Bible. So you have to fast, you have to smoke out your place, use certain oils, and not only that, it helps keep away certain entities. You see, we can't have it both ways. We can't say the Bible is a history book. We can't say the Torah is a history book. And then when the people are talking about giants, like Moses, he spoke about giants, land of giants, where they had to go conquer over, send scouts to check out the land, the different spiritual attributes of what he used to cleanse the people of their wickedness. You understand? We can't then turn around and be like, oh, that's a fairy tale, brother. Yeah, you get where I'm coming from? So we need to start using these attributes. And like I said, I find most of the focus is always on, okay, we read the Torah, read the Bible, this is what it is, that's it. What about the people that's under spiritual attack? What about the people that's not fasting, or no, all they have to do is fast to help build up their spiritual energy? Like, it's one person I ever heard really get into that, and that's High Priest Yeshaya. All right, the way I got to learn that this guy performed exorcisms and stuff before, and from people that I spoke that's from out of that old school class, his own people up in there used to think he was crazy until they started seeing certain things happen, and they're like, oh, well, wow, maybe he's not crazy. So I'm making sure I put that out there. You have to get into your spirituality. If you notice, we have the stuff where you could just put it there. This is the shell, you just rest it there, put it on your table, have it sent up the place, whatever rock incense you want to use. We have, like, if you're doing a barbecue or one of the high holy days, you put the rock incense in here, you put your frankincense and myrrh, okay? And to lower down the smoke a little bit, you put this on there like that. Like, these are stuff that have to be talked about more.
Yes.
You have your certain oils. And have people, you saying your prayers, you're fasting, there's certain oils that you smell, the exact word, trigger certain parts of your brain, which helps with your spirituality. It helps with your dream state. You get answers. Like, this is stuff that we need to deal with more, and I find it's not a focus on. So you'll notice we have the different oil burners. Okay? Now, here at Nicholas, we do a lot. All right? Here at Nicholas in Brooklyn, and we also have one, a shop on 125th and 5th in Harlem, which I do know a lot of Hebrew, Israelites, Muslims, a lot of them go there and get the incense and the different spiritual products. All right? So we have the different type of oil burners. These are the types that you'll use, the tea lights. Okay? Now, if you want to be safer, you know, and you don't want to use a flame, because it's something with the flame, which I noticed anybody could try this. Speak regular in front of the flame. You'll see, depending on what you say, your intent, how you move, you'll see the flame jump. But speak Hebrew. Speak Hebrew in front of the flame. And I challenge anybody that doubt me on what I'm saying. I'm on camera. Let me take off my glasses so you can know me with my glasses off or on. I said it. Say your prayer in Hebrew. Light a candle. Go in front of the candle and say that prayer, and you'll see how it flickers. For those people that like the 7-day candle, get a hurricane. You can get that at Target. It's a hurricane. It's called a hurricane. It's a hard tempered glass. You put your candle in. I can't tell you how much times I'm saying my prayers, and you got people that hate on you, and you'll be under spiritual attack. That's what the fasting is for. When you say your prayers, you got candles that explode. Let me just show them instead of talking about it. Like you got the St. Michael candle. All right? This right here, you light this, you say your prayer, you do what you have to do. You will put this in a hurricane. When you put this in a hurricane now, it will protect if the candle explodes. Now, I've witnessed candles cracking, exploding. They light the candle, it get all black. That's because it's taking off the negative energies that's around your home, around you, people doing certain stuff to you. And prayer is important, especially them Psalms. People will be like, yo, them Psalms, you got the 5th and 6th seal of Moses, where it's showing the different seals. Now, from the old school West Indies, I'm going to tell people right now, and we sell the book here, and I'm not just about getting the dollar. If you come up in here, and I feel your energy out, and you look to get that book of Moses, and I know you ain't ready for that, I'm not selling it to you. I'm going to let you know right now. So go on Amazon or whatever. You come here and you try to get that book, I'm not selling it to you. If I know you are not ready for that book. Because they have people that read that book and went crazy. Went crazy because they can't handle the symbolism. People think that God is something to play with. People just don't want to go deep. They rather read about it instead of being about it. Like now, I normally be wearing my beads, my chapelet, because when I'm saying my Hebrew prayer, and I'm going through my prayer, I know what that does. I know what happened. I know what I witnessed when I do that. All right? So these are the different spiritual attributes that you need. You gotta light your candles. But take a good look at these candles we have here. You think we just got these candles here for a reason? For no reason? They're here for a reason. They're here to use. Read your Bible. Read your Torah. All right? You have the Tanakh, all these other books that you could read and learn about. And when you read these stuff, you'll learn that, yo, this spiritual attributes is nothing to play with, especially when you start getting into your fast. All right? So basically, that's it. I could show you more. Before we leave, let me just show you the oils real quick.
Here we go. Down 1, 2,
We have oils, but these are the essential oils, all right? We have the wintergreen, very good for cleansing, okay? Pennyroyal, I always speak about Pennyroyal, good for cleansing, good for money. You mop out with these oils, you bathe with these oils. These are things you could do with the oils, and these are the strong essential oils, so you don't have to use a lot, all right? You have the patchouli, very, very good oil. Very, very good oil to use. You have camphor. Anybody that's West Indies again, they know about camphor. This is the actual oil, which I find is even better than the rock. When it's like crystallized in that rock form. All right. So these are stuff that you could use to boost up the spiritual attributes, health, and camphor is very good for people that have nasal problems. You sniff this, inhale this, it's like woo, it clears you all up. Now, before I end it out, any questions? Oh, last but not least, can't forget the hyssop oil. Very powerful, strong biblical oil. This oil is the bomb, especially when you use it with Pennyroyal. Any question, please, Daniela?
Nah, because it's about to run out in a couple of seconds, so you might want to just close out.
Again, 570 Fulton Street, Nicholas, Brooklyn. This is our card. We have it here. Come check us out, or you could call us at 718-858-4400. We're open Monday all the way to Sunday, or should I say Sunday to Monday, however you want to put the days of the week. So Monday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sundays, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Again, you can always call, place your order, we ship it to you, or you could go online. I'm Joel Benjamin, aka MC Spookers, on Maccabees TV. Peace.